Yeah, good evening, everyone. Yesterday we were discussing about the database SQL. We are talking what is SQL, what are the DDL commands, and what are the DML commands. So that we are talking. Now we will see how to retrieve data from the MySQL with PHP. Okay. And we have seen yesterday that how to create the database in MySQL. So this is the syntax to create the database. And this is the how to create a table. Now we will see this how to create a table. Let me give you this is the uh, Oracle SQL that this is. Now here I have connected. I connected my computer with the username password, and it is connected to the Oracle database 21C Express Edition. Okay. Here I am checking that to create the table. How we check that how to create the table. So create space and table, the keyword space, the table name. The table name is what? The table name, you can take any table name. Example, you take here, example, we take PHP subject. Okay, PHP subject. And for this table, you give subject ID space in the data type. Okay, size we are not mentioning here. Then after subject name, data type, variable character, and size I'm giving here 10, 10 characters. Then after that, for the subject author. So what is the who is the author of the subject I'm giving here? Again, this is also variable character, and the size is, let us say, 50. So three columns we are created here. This is subject ID is one column, subject name is one column, and author is one column. Okay. If you wanted to give price also, I can give price that kind of column quantity price and parenthesis close and semicolon. This parenthesis is open and this parenthesis is close. Semicolon. And done. Okay. See the table is created. The table is created. Now to check that whether this table is created or not. So we have to check the table is created or not. Now use one more command called describe. DESC space table name. This is a table name by PHP subject is a table name. PHP subject. PHP subject and give the semicolon and press enter. Now this is the schema. This is called schema. The schema means design of the uh, table. Design of the table. Now here see the columns are name. The columns are subject ID. Just copy this. Yeah, okay. Here the columns are, the column is subject ID and subject name, the, the subject author. Now these are the three columns, and this the data types you can see. This ID have given number, and the size it is taken is 38, and the subject name is the data type you have given var2, and the subject author the data type you have given var2. You just understand how to give the data type and size. Now this the table is created. Now see, now into this table, now we have to insert the values. To insert the values, we have to use the commands like this. Insert into subject name. What is the subject name? PHP subject. Values. Okay. And the ID you see, subject ID, you can give any subject ID. Let us say one, comma. When you're giving subject name, characters, when you're giving, you have to use single quotes. So subject name, you can see web design. Okay, how many characters you are using, you just check once. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is exceeded. Our size is what? Only 10 characters. But we are giving what? More than 10. So, okay, remove. Now check 3, 5, 9. Okay. Then after will come, then author. So what is the author name? We can see. Open University. So this is also careful that you have to give the size less than 15 characters. Less than or equal to 15 characters. Now close the parenthesis and put the semicolon and enter. Now see, one row is created. One row is created. Now if you wanted to check whether this row is created or not, if you want to verify, again you have to use one more command called select star from subject. What is the subject? PHP subject. Semicolon. So here star indicates that, here star indicates it get the record, all the records it will get, all the records of the table it will display. So specifically when you are using the star, then press enter. Press enter. Now see here, this is the column and this is the value. This is the column, this is the value. So three columns. See, this is one record, one record. In a similar way, if you want to insert one more record, you can insert like this. Now change the ID now. Then place a 1 at 1, go to 2. Then the same details. We can enter one row is created. Row is created. Again, you click check. Okay. Again check that one more row created. And go for check. Not row. One more row created. Now we can use the select command. Okay. Now see here. 1 at 1, 1 at 2, 1 at 3, 2. Okay. Now, this is how you can create the table and you can insert the table. Example, let us say we give 1 at 1 again. See, 1 at 1 is already there. 1 at 1 already there. Again, we are entering 1 at 1 record again with the same ID. I am entering same record. Now check whether it will take or not. If one more row is created. Now check. Here, here one record is there. Here also one or two records. That means this table is containing duplicate values. This table is containing duplicate value. If you want to restrict this, you want to restrict this, to restrict, you have to apply the primary. You have to apply the primary key. Now just to see once. Now go back here. Now this is we understood how to create a table. Then how to insert values. This is also understood. This is also insert value. This is also understood. Now we check this program. Now say this. Say here the records are, this is one record, this is one record, and this is one record. Three records are there. Three records are there in this here. Now after this, how we can get the data with the select command. This is also we discussed already. Select command. Yes, select column one, column two, so on. Okay, from the table name. This is a syntax. So we applied a command or like what we applied the select command, all the records. If you want only particular record, if you want only particular record, you can write like this, a particular column name from the table. The example, let us check example. Let's check example. I want only subject to name column I want. Okay. Then right here, select command, select subject name. Okay. This is subject name from, what is the table name? PHP subject. Enter. See this. I got only one column details I got here. So I got only one column details. So if I want two column details, example, select one column detail is what subject name, comma. Another column is what subject, author from table. So I'm extracting two columns. So the table containing three columns, but I'm extracting, I want to only two column details only I want. So when you want that condition, we have to take the two columns with comma separator. Now take the, now see, we got only particular two columns of the data from the database. Now this is the way the select command will work. So we have seen the create command. We have seen the create command. We have seen this is the create command. And it's the DSC. Then after that, the insert command. We have seen the insert command. Then after select command. So this is how the select command works. Now take these two tables, take these two queries. These two queries you take. Okay, down. Now after this, okay, this is select command. If you see the screenshot, this is actually graphical user interface screen, but the command prompt screen is different. After that, see this table. Now this table containing three columns. So one is the member ID. Okay, if you see this, the member ID is how many records are there here? One, four records. Four records, four rows, and three columns. Four rows and three columns. Four rows and three columns. Now, see this program. Now check this. So here we are checking with the condition with false condition. Yeah, and we are applying the query that see here. Select star from persons. Here the person is a table. So from that table, we are extracting all records. That is the star indicates. We are extracting all the records. Now, this is the control statement we applied here. This is the control statement. It's the while control statement. And after that, we are using the else condition, if else condition. Yeah. Now this is the extracting data from the one table. Now these are the model questions on this. Now take this. So we have to create the new database. Now we have seen the syntax how to create the new database in the SQL and an example. Now how to get the data from the database, that is called accessing retrieving. So for that we have seen the select command and how to use the select command. We have also seen the select command. By using that we can get the data from the database. So if you want to get the data from the database, you can put the condition you want all the records or only particular records. So you can customize the query. You can customize the query. So that is one. And here one more question is they're asking the student table to be created, okay, with minimum records and use select on it. So they can't mention how many records you have to put it in the table. Minimum records means let us take 10 or 20 records. And that table, you have to apply the select command. So that is the question. So this is about the unit 9. This is about the unit 9. We'll see next unit now. Yeah, this is the unit 10. Now in the unit 10, so see there's a topics. What are the topics to be covered in this unit? What is an objective? And how to insert the records we have seen, how to update, we'll see check on how to update, how to delete, and how to build a registration application and manager application. These two applications we will see. This is the topics. Now here, how to insert the record. We already seen this also, how to insert the record. Just to see once. Now see this query. See this syntax. Now this is a syntax. This is also one more type of syntax here. You can, if you want, you can insert the record one by one. And if you want, you can take all the records, you can insert continuously. So here first we are inserting the columns. Then after that, we have the two types of syntaxes. Now this is the example. See this example now. Now see this example. In this, they are inserting how many? They are inserting member ID is one column, member name and contact number. The three columns data they are inserting. The three columns data they are inserting. Okay. Now see this. See this table. This is a column, member ID is a column, and member name is a column, and contact number is a column. Now in this column, this is a record. This is one record, record one. This is another record, record two. This is another record, record three. This is record. There are four records they have inserted into this table. So this is a table. If you want to practice, you can practice. So already we have seen how to create and how to insert and how to apply the select command, how to delete. The delete means here the command is a drop. Okay. Now next one is updating. How to update the table. Now just to go back to the command prompt software now. So when SQL plus software. Now here the table is PHP subject. I want to drop this table. Now use a command called drop table space PHP subject. Now with this command, the table will be deleted from the memory. This is a document. Click on this. Table is dropped. And if you want, you can apply the commit. Okay, commit completed. So always you try to make a practice to when you delete the data, if you want to permanently delete, you have to apply the commit command. You can apply the departure commit, anything fine. But we can apply the commit command, we can apply. So with that, the data will be deleted from it. Now you check again once. Extract PHP subject. And now see the object of no, this table, this does not exist. So that means the table is deleted. If you wanted to check with the select command also, you can check select from subject. See, this command also is giving error that the table or view does not exist. So hence it is hence it is a proof that the table is deleted. So again, based on this same table name, can create one more table. Now say shipping. Yes. Update the record now. Update the record. Now this is the command to update the record. Update table name, set column name is equal to new column, where condition. Now example, if you wanted to see, you can see here. the update number, set the number ID, and the value, number name, value, and contact number value, where number ID is equal to 1. Okay, so this is the query to update the data. So query to update the data. Now next thing, now to delete the record, to delete the record. I can delete the record by using the delete command here. See, delete from table name where condition we can apply. This is also one of the way to delete the record. Now, delete from table. This is tab. This is the query to uh, delete the record. So query to delete the record. Now after that, how to build a member registration application. Okay. Now this is one of the code to build a member registration application. Okay. Just check once. Now this is yeah. Just note down this. Note down this. I'll note down this once. Yeah, this is the code. This is the code to create the member registration form. Okay. This practice program to create how to create the member registration form. Next, after that, how to develop the login system. How to develop the login system. You see, now this is the program, sample program to develop the login system. Now this is the way, and they can give the connection. Here, how to give the connection. And for this, you can have to give the connection details here, localhost, the username, password, okay, what is the database name you want to connect. So these details you have to supply. And after that, you can check the connection is established or not. You can check with the program. Okay. Now this is the way you connect the database. And after this, have to create the members area. use one of the program to create the members area like this. You can check this program. Now, this is a simple PHP code. Then after the dashboard, can create the dashboard like this. Then after the logout, then after the member management application, this is a program for the member management application. Okay. Now this is a member management application. So can create the form like this, member manager application. So this is the way you can use the SQL to connect to the database. Now these are the sample questions you see. I create the database with a table and to perform insert operations and student table. Then how to perform update operation. Then how to perform delete operation. And we can perform the insert update operation on insert student table. So then after simple application form to build. Now these questions you will practice so that you get an idea. So this is about the you are in it 10. Next we see unit 11 here. Unit 11 you see. Now to use the peer package. How to use the peer package. You see installing peer package and how to install peer package manager. Okay. To use the peer package and get HTML table. Okay. This is the these are the topics by using the peer package. I can install the peer package using this statement. Or else you can in the Linux also you can use like this. The Linux you can you apply these sentences. Here in our hosting environment, that is here hosting environment, we can install the local peer copy in a shared host. Okay, install the local copy to SSH. Okay, then how to use a peer package now? So using a peer package, to use the peer package, you have to follow these steps. These steps you can follow. So make sure that we are running the PHP bytecode in outputs. Remember, we are using the PHP bytecode. Okay, is one point you have to remember. And after that, you have to ensure that you have to use the OpenSSL. You have to use the OpenSSL extension to enable the php.ini file. So local computer, if you wish to use FTP. Okay. Then after that, you have to use the SSH2 extension to enable the php.ini file. And after that, you can use the CLI. Uh, so these are the steps you have to follow. Then after that, make sure that you have the FTP access to the remote host. Okay, it's FTP or FTP, which is highly recommended. So for the secretaries and sterile highly recommendations. And make sure that home directories having the full path. And configure the local and remote host using customer configuration files. And after that, connect to the remote host. Picture them. Then after connect to the remote host and by uploading the configuration file, this is the one file. And after that, you can use the remote config value, the local configuration, and after that you can install the remote, you can install. So these are the steps you have to follow. These are the steps you have to follow to install the here. Okay. So here is a command here. So it is not an interface. It's a command. So how to manage the packages using the remote install. So how does it will work? Just to see once how does it will work here. So in addition to installing the package locally, the installer will upload a copy of each local file to its remote equivalent location using FTP streams. So you can use the FTP here, and you can use the FTP to install local copy. You can install the FTP. And after that, checking if BFs works or not, you can check like this. You can verify the intro part and you can modify the php.ini. Okay. Then you can create the HTML tables with HTML table packages. Now see here how to create the HTML tables and the HTML packages. And see here. This is the HTML and it stands for which is an hypertext markup language file, HTML, and which offers an interface. This offers why HTML is it offers an interface for creating so, tables, forms, so many things. So you can work with the tables, you know, table like spreadsheet, like Excel, you can work with the spreadsheet. So instead of working HTML code and linear adding cells, you can address and cells independent of their position. That is one advantage. This is a table and see this table. It's a table. The table somewhere is open and closed. And it's an attribute. And this is a value. And this is here table two is open and closed. So with that one for that table, one row will be created. Okay. And after table head, TH is a table head. That is one table heading. And it's having a color, silver color. And one more heading. It is having one more color. So like this, how many headings are there? One, two, three, four, five headings. Three, five headings. Okay, five headings with five colors. So this is the table heading. Now note on this program, filter the table note on this program. I will discuss. Just note it down this. Note down this program. Please note on this. So there are how many rows are there here? It's one row. This is one row, two rows, and three and four rows are there, the table. And this TH, the TD is called table data. TD. TD stands table data, and TR stands table row. The TH stands table heading. TH stands table heading. And if you want, you can use the TH table head and table row, table body. This also you can use. You can divide the tables. You can divide the tables. So get the header and get footer and get body. So you can also use this. Now, these are all related to HTML, how to use your HTML table data and the properties. So we can apply in the PHP to display the form data. So these are all the questions. Now, what is a peer? Now to install peer in on different operating systems and Windows, Mac, and Linux. How to install the peer? So, and see how to install the peer. Install Windows. Okay. Then write a note on HTML table packages. That is one. And HTML table packages. And what are the major functions containing HTML table packages? And so basic operations and HTML table packages. So these are the some questions around the peers concept. Now, see, can see which dual here and the PHP and outside other what is the outside other technologies. Okay, outside other technologies. Now you can see what is the dates and times for the reporting of standard dates and opening and setting the time zone on your server, the timestamp function and date function. Now work with the HTTP. Okay. Now to get the information from this server and sending email. Okay. These are all these unit 12 topics. Then how to work with the dates and time. How to work with the dates and time you can see here. The dates and time. Then work with the dates and time here. See the Unix environment and how to keep the timekeeping. Then auto reporting of the standard dates. Auto report the standard dates here. See year, month, the date, and hours, minutes, seconds. This for auto obtain setting the time zone on the server. So this is the syntax, the time zone, the date default time zone set, and then in the time zone, the default time zone. So these are the examples. Can set the time zone. And after the date function, you can see the date function and format and timestamp. Then how to working with the HTTP. It's a protocol. HTTP is a protocol, the text transfer protocol. I can manipulate data which is sent by the browser by the web server by using the PHP's HTTP. It can manipulate data which is being sent to the browser and by the server by using PHP's HTTP protocol. So the HTTP extension can increase the functionality and the comfort of major applications. Okay. The HTTP extension make it easy to manipulate HTTP URL dates and which redirects headers and messages within HTTP context. Okay. Again, these are the functions here. You see, the header is one function, then header list is one function, and header sent is one function, set cookies, and set raw cookies, set raw cookies one function. Now see what is the header function here, and this function sends a raw HTTP header which to the client. Now see this protocol is a client. So this will send to the client. This is a method. Sender is a method, and this is a client. This is a client. Okay. And after that, headers list. So headers list, which will return a list of response, the headers that have been sent or to sent. This is a headers list method. And headers sent method, header sent method, which checks the if HTTP headers have been sent and where they are located. So that the headers underscore sent method. Then after that set cookie. Now this function the cookie is defined that is sent along with HTTP headers. Okay. Then set raw cookie next one. And this function defines a raw cookie and without URL encoding, and it will be transmitted along with the HTTP header. Okay. So these are all the functions. You can see this is the header function here. You can see the location. This is then after the header list, this is the syntax, the header list, then header sent. So these are all the functions. These are all the functions. Now after that, getting information from the web server, sending email. Getting information from the web server, which is sending email. Sending. Then check this. In PHP, there are two main methods for sending emails. So one is built-in function and one is external email packages. It is two built-in functions and another one external email packages. Now there are a number of limitations to the PHP built-in mail functions. Okay, it provides very limited functionality for sending email. The, the disadvantage is the mail function, the email sent from your web server is this may result an issue. Uh, an issue with the derivative due to security concerns. So that is drawback. And the example you can see some mail function. There is a two mail address, then subject, message, then enters parameters. Then after that, PHP we send two emails. So HTML can be used to write the message body and the suite. Simple procedure. Simple procedure. Then after the PHP mailing packages, and due to its limited functionality, the, the native PHP function cannot be used for bulk mailing. So we cannot send the bulk mailing. So that is the drawback. And what the peer mail is, the peer mail indicates that it provides multiple interfaces for composing and sending emails. Okay. Yes, some things we can do with the peer mail. So one is use the mail time mail mime class. Okay, you can get complex HTML text messages with attachment and inline images. Next one is mail queue class. Then mail wrap. The mail wrap is a big SMTP server and that will be utilized in our email experiments. So your test emailers are sent to virtual inbox and that stimulate real SMTP server. So as a result, the simple sample emails will not reach the real customers inbox. So this is a program to create the copy remote. Just note down this program. Just note down this program. Yes, note on this. And then after this, the Swift mailer. There's Swift mailer. So what is Swift mailer is? It is also possible to send emails using Swift mailer. And the software is feature rich and well documented and relatively easy to use. Here are some of the features of the Swift mailer server. We can create a complex HTML multi-part templates, which include attachments and embedded images. Can use authenticated SMTP, send email, postfix, transport to send emails, and install additional plugins. Okay. In addition, SwiftMailer provides enhanced security and has a low memory footprint. And when handling the large attachments and images. In the following section, we will demonstrate. Now here you can see example, the same as the above you can see. The try catch block is a try block. Now here we are creating a SMTP transport. And for this, we are giving username, password, and we are creating the mailer object to mailer, creating the messages here, creating the messages. Then after that, PHP mailer can see. So there is a PHP mailer, which is the oldest and most popular email sending library for PHP. Okay, is a PHP mailer. What it can do, creating complex HTML multi-part templates, embedding attachments and images, and send emails to an authenticated SMTP server. The PHP mailer software is protected against data injections, so which attacks and as well as automatically validating email messages. Now here is so repair the confirmation using the PHP mailer. Can use this. So these are the topics which are in this unit. The questions are here. You can see the date function and time functions you can write. Then after that, you can various functions of the HTTP functions and practice. Then how to send email to PHP to practice that. These are the three major questions coming from this unit. What is the time zone? How to set the time zone and how to what is the HTTP? You prepare these questions. So next classes we will see all these concepts implementation. We will see all these what is the PHP and the remaining all methods. In next class we will see all the implementations.